Hello everybody, it's the Smirk. This is my new SL40 build. Just showing you that I'm SL40 before I go smack on the Dancer. I didn't want anybody trying to accuse me of muling any items for my new build. My first build, I had, muled items, and by that I mean items that I couldn't get if I had beaten the area and moved on. So since I didn't beat the area and move on, I had items that I shouldn't have had. And because I was using the Dragon Slayer, which is an extremely powerful weapon early game, in fact it's like probably the most powerful weapon early game, I think that was the issue that, because I got one downvote and a negative comment out of all 4 views that I got on my video. So this person let me know that I was the worst of, the meta SL40, tryhards. And his one valid point, I would say, was that I did have muled items. And by muled items, I had the Ring of Steel Protect +3, and I had the Dragon Slayer. Everything else was inconsequential to my build. It didn't matter whether it was, muled to me or not. But for posterity, I like challenges. I like the game to be harder for me than I need it to be. So I just wanted to show, here's me killing Gundyr, here's me, killing everybody like that. So you can't complain that, I have muled items, because all the highest level items that I got, I earned by killing the bosses by myself. I chose SL40 because, as you can see, look at all these effigies at every single bonfire. So that's why I play at SL40. I didn't make the meta at SL40, okay? It's just there. Look at the effigies. I want the most amount of people invading my world. I have to be the right level. If I'm not the right level, I won't have those effigies there. So yes, I'm SL40 because that's where the most people are right now in the game, as you could just see. Number 2. I'm using +4 weapons because you can be a +4 weapon by the time you get out of here, out of the swamp. Most invaders, as you can see, this person's beat the Abyss Watchers, right? So we know that he's at least, made his way into Karthus if he wanted to. So we know he has stuff that's past the swamp. I have stuff that's past the swamp.
How laggy that is.
Everybody has stuff that's past the swamp. This guy over here, I don't know what he's got just yet, but we'll find out, right? So we know that everybody here has stuff that's past the swamp. So you can't just say, well, you have stuff that's past the swamp. That's not cool. I don't have anything that's actually past Crystal Sage. I went down through Karthus. I picked up all the Estus shard flasks, the bone shards, I should say, and that's how I made my way, because I was gonna need the healing. I wanted the Karthus Shodel. I went and just defeated that area, and in fact I left my demon alive down in the swamp down there, because I'm gonna be doing episodes of Swamp down there, hopefully getting invaded, doing the same thing. So we'll see how that works for me. But in the meantime, I'll probably get invaded by SL50s that high, or at least I think I can get as high as like 48 or something like that, depending on the yeah. I think that's the soul range for if I'm a SL40. So point being is that I have all these items I've earned, and it's a legitimate route. It's a legitimate route for somebody to come to the swamp, go down, light all the fires, go kill the Abyss Watchers, continue down through Karthus, all the way down to the Demon King, and get all that stuff before they come back to the swamp, Crucifixion Woods here, right, and go fight Crystal Sage. If you do all those things, you should be a level 50-55, okay? So you're level 55, or so I went through a game as a SL40 in areas where you should be 45, 50, 55. I kill bosses that you should be, you could be anywhere from 65, 70 to 80 SL at before you should be getting to them, and I killed them at SL40. So everything's a legit build. It's a legit route. I haven't killed, Crystal Sage. I've killed everything off to the other side there. So the game gives you options. I made these options, and now I'm a solo host. I'm dry-fingered, and I got these fights on my hands. So
What?
that's something that you have to take in consideration as far as my build. So here's what I'm for these 3v1s. Now let's see how much twinking made a difference. Right now, this kid Longfinger Kirk has obviously killed the Crystal Sage and come back to invade. So obviously that's another point I want to make. Every single one of these invaders, pretty much progressed past the swamp. So why wouldn't I be able to do it as well? And I guess that's about it as far as like addressing any haters as far as the build. So this is just now I'm just gonna kind of commentate for the rest now these fights that are going on. This kid is super laggy, as we've already probably noticed. He's jumping all over the yeah, look at now he's mannequin walking.
What is this?
I got hit by that running attack like that I saw 20 seconds later.
No, why am I?
Oh, it was so hard to deal with that kid, but
the third and fourth hit.
Just the whole lag, and I don't know, like the first set of these fights were terrible,
happening?
but after I don't know, like this was after these kids all die. It just seems like the lag improved so much better.
God,
Yeah, I'm getting hit by
so
things that I'm like
terrible.
4 or 5 feet away. Wow. This is so crazy. Oh wow, look at that. This kid is like probably the worst, I would say. He's as far as lagginess. Yeah, like everybody's just getting separated out. There's something not right with the net code and how we all aligned. I think even this kid gets separated out from the game here. Yeah, he's out. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and count that as a win. I survived that little weirdness. But yeah, as you can see, I can take lots of shots from multiple players, just like my first build. My weapon does good damage, not as good of damage as the Dragon Slayer, but I will say I find that like with the Dragon Slayers, I oftentimes only get 1 hit for really good damage, whereas with this one I get 2 hits for decent damage, which adds up to even better than Dragon Slayer. So I can't honestly say that I feel like I'm feeling the pain of missing my Dragon Slayer, because this is doing 125 to average person, and my Dragon Slayer was doing 179 to the average person before, if I remember correctly. So I'm doing 50 per AR or per hit less, but I'm able to put 2 hits on people more often, and those 2-hit combo usually comes in somewhere around 220 to 239 on people. So I would say actually this Karthashotl may be in some ways better than the Dragon Slayer. That being said, wearing Workers because I like the way the Workers outfit looks. I just think it kind of looks cool. The little bones hanging from the neckline, and I threw it with some Gundyrs. I put the Gundyrs on because they're pound for pound the best armor, hands and feet in the game. Now, I'm not saying that means that they're the best, period. I'm just saying pound for pound, there's no better defense for weight in the game than Gundyrs. But the thing I like about Gundyrs is that they legitimately look really cool, and they're black, and they go really well with my build. You could also wear the Executioner's gauntlets with this build. It'll save you a little weight on the Gundyrs, and the defense is pretty close to the same, almost identical rather. And I actually think the Executioner might be arguably as cool, if not cooler, than Gundyr's gauntlet. So if you're looking for alternatives to this build and whatnot, those are some options to be looking at. This first video is not going to be all that impressive. I just didn't get very many people in. I didn't get any 3v1s, and the reason why was because I think it was because I wasn't have any Way of Blues on. At this point, I just was like wanted to see if I can just handle everything without any Ways of Blue messing anything up. The reason why I end up going and putting Way of Blue back on is not because I needed their help, but because when you get a blue in, and you have Way of Blue on, it just seems like summons come faster of all sorts, you know. So you'll get like 3 you know, dark spirits immediately, and like 1 blue, and then usually that blue will die off really quick, and then all of a sudden you'll get like 2 blues back immediately, and then you know, it's just, you know, chaos. You don't know what's going to happen. So if people want to be honorable and allow, you know, 1v1s and whatever, I try not to gank anybody in my world. That's not what my point is. I will gank somebody if they were ganking me. So like, let's say 2 Farons were, you know, like hunting me down, and a blue comes in and kills one of the other Farons. That other, you know, Faron is going to get ganked by me in the new blue, because that's just the way it is. You know, like, but if somebody was honorable and they like sometimes like, you know, I'll be fighting this guy and another Farron comes in and just thinks that, oh, I'll interrupt this fight. This guy will back off, and then I'll have a 1v1 with that guy. If a blue comes in, I will back off and let the blue and him duke it out. I won't actually intercede with that fight. And those are my rules to my best. So this is the final fight I'm going to put on for this video today. This video was just to show you the new build. There's better fights coming up in the next video. This was by far the tankiest dude that I had to deal with. He actually got summoned into my world more than once, I think 3 times in total, and I had to fight him. He's way more, actually he's more tankier than I am. He's using, you know, excellent gear. He's got, you know, some of the best weapons early game. His broadsword does, I think, equal damage to my shortle, except for his broadsword, he can hold it one-handed, whereas I have to be two-handing my shortle to do the same amount of damage as this kid. So he has equal damage. He has at least as good a defense, if not better defense than I do. That's why I actually use a bundle on him, because I just see like I'm not doing very much damage to this kid. I've laid a lot of hits on him. He goes full parry spam here now. There's 1, 2 tries, 3 tries now, 4 tries. So let's keep count how many tries he's got. He's got 4 so far. Five attempts right there. 6, and he doesn't get roll caught with that. That drives me crazy. I feel like if somebody's 7, 8, 9, this kid's parry attempt, you know. And that's the other thing, is that the weapon art, this weapon art is designed to be a parry punish, and it punishes everybody. Like even in the arena at +10, 120 builds, when people are full, you know, heavy armor, they still get fully punished with this. So I don't know how he keeps getting out of these yeah, like that. So now we're up to, I think that's 13 tries that he's tried to punish, that he's tried to so 13, 14. Yeah, I think we're at 14 parry attempts right now. 15. See, he gets that second catch on that second R1, even though I roll straight away from him, and it just really drives me crazy. That, and yeah, it's 16. 17, 18, 19. Holy crap, this kid. So I'm getting pretty frustrated right now, because my weapon art, which is designed to punish his parry whiffs, is not working properly. I'm just really like I don't understand the whole, like, why they made kicks so worthless. I feel like, well, and the reason why I keep going for them, because on some people, when you kick them, they'll be stunned enough that you can hit them with the R1, or you'll roll catch them. And for some reason, I can't catch this kid with either. That's why I'm getting upset right now. You can kind of hear me yelling in the background. I'm also like really weary about using any R1s, because this kid has literally tried, you know, 20 some parries. Right now, I'm just like, he's just getting me with these running attacks, like they're just like the game's just handing them out like candy, man. It's like Pez. So I'm getting frustrated. I'm trying to think of like what I want to do. I need to heal up right now. This kid's already healed on me multiple times, so I'm gonna go ahead and heal up on him. And see right there, I don't know how I can't turn and burn on this kid. I can't, like, and now he's getting like these roll catches like this. I'm so irritated with this kid. Don't get the roll catch on him with that. I'm getting even more upset. Somehow his R1 came out the same speed. His one-handed R1 comes the same speed as my two-handed, his curved sword. Very upset with this fight. This fight was so tough. Yeah, super not happy with the way this fight started going after this kid. I think he found the timing and the lag, and like he's staying on top of me, like how I was talking about in other videos. And that's when it just plays against him. I realized that I just can't play the game that I like to play, which is outspacing people. And he's just spamming these running R1s. He deserved that. Anyways, guys, this is a new build. Check out the next video. This is a Smirk.